The following segment is sponsored by Creative Society.
The cold season is getting closer, and with temperatures going down, you may be about to flip on your furnace for the first time if you haven't done so already. Sean McGraw is here from American Veteran Air Conditioning with some things a homeowner should keep in mind when firing up that furnace. Hi, Sean.
Good morning to you.
It seems basic, but some people might have problems with pilot control or electric ignition this time of year, just getting started. So what are the possible issues there?
Okay, yeah, pilot systems, that's almost obsolete now. Most systems don't have that. If you do still have that, that could just be as simple as, for whatever reason, your gas was turned off, your propane was turned off during the summer, and we just need to reignite the ignition on there.
Well, furnaces are full of moving parts that can eventually fail, and you've got a few basic red flags that homeowners need to look out for. Making too much noise might be a mechanical problem, but what if the blower is running continuously?
I would look at that as if there's a call for heat and it ran, and now you still have a call for heat, but you don't have heat coming out of your ducts anymore, but the blower continually runs. Usually that's a sign of the high limit tripped, so basically the heat exchanger over temped. So what the furnace is doing is trying to keep the blower running, kills the flame, and allows the heat exchanger to cool off. That's a hard lockout, so it's not going to reset itself. In that case, the first place I would look would be the air filter, just to make sure that's not clogged up, because if it's not got airflow going across it, then it's going to overtemp the heat exchanger. So change out your air filter, reset the furnace, maybe trip the breaker on and off, and allow it to run again. And if it trips again, then yes, you need to call somebody.
Gotcha. And obviously a homeowner is going to notice if the furnace is just not heating at all. What could be happening there?
You know, there's an array of issues that could happen with a furnace not firing properly or not heating at all. And most furnaces do have a hard lockout on the safety. So if it's not working at all, chances are something tripped a hard lockout. By hard lockout, I mean as long as there's a call for heat, it's not going to allow it to come back on. So in that instance, the initial problem needs to be taken care of. Kind of like we talked about before, a high limit is a hard lockout on a furnace. But if we fix it and it was just a case of a dirty air filter, then we're okay to keep running. But what we need to do as technicians going out there is make sure we have the actual problem solved before we just go out there and flip a switch and say, oh, it's running for 5 minutes. And then as soon as the tail lights hit the road, it shuts off again. So we need to fix the actual problem.
So there are a lot of really possible issues that can come up, but regular maintenance, that's going to keep you running. And American Veteran Air Conditioning, you've got a customer-based focus. You provide honest and effective maintenance and valuations. What do you want to know about that?
When they come out, they're probably going to be at your house for about an hour and a half, going through the whole system. They're going to be inspecting everything. Airflow is going to be the first thing. That's one of the first causes of furnace failures. So we're going to take static pressure readings on the ductwork, make sure you're getting the proper amount of airflow across there. Check the temperature rise on the heat exchanger. Make sure everything's within manufacturer's specs. Beyond that, checking all the safeties on the equipment, checking gas pressure, combustion air. All this stuff is relevant to the furnace firing properly. And then finally, on the tail end of that is inspecting the heat exchangers and making sure that they are secure and that we're not allowing any poisonous gases to get into the house. So that's one of the top safety inspections that we do, and we spend a lot of money and time training our technicians to make sure that they know exactly what to look for when they get there.
Well, it's important to work with professionals, and people are going to love to work with you because you get the mission done right and you do it the first time. People want to contact American Veteran by calling the number on screen, 435-0822, or visiting the website, AmericanVeteranAC.com. Sean McGraw from American Veteran, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. Take care.